Welcome to the final section of our Simpson Desert adventure. This week we head home from Arkaroola back to the Blue Mountains. Reading a quick sign on the way from Arkaroola changes our whole plans for our journey home. I hope you enjoy. Good morning. Welcome to the last, probably the final stage of our trip. Just rolled out of Arkaroola at about 6:30. Just came down the Arkaroola road and hit the Coffee Road. Just to believe in Arkaroola, there's a big sign up saying what roads were open, and the Strzelecki Mill said, "Oh, Strzelecki track's open." Maybe we can go home that way instead. So we had been thinking of going south to Yunta, which is why we have to go anyhow, and then going straight across at Yunta, and there's a series of back roads and through farm country basically on the eastern border of South Australia into New South Wales, in between, basically halfway in between Renmark Crossing and Broken Hill, because we've definitely never been through there and didn't even realise there was roads through there. So that was option number one, but now we're thinking we go up through Mount Hopeless, up the Strzelecki track, across into Cameron Corner, and then back home. So it'll be a fair bit more driving, maybe another half a day, but we're already 3 days ahead of schedule probably, just to do a bit. So we're not sure what we should do. Mel, should we just do it or should we toss a coin? What do you reckon? Mel's just making coffee.
You do it. We haven't checked any of the Queensland borders, the roads.
So the roads are open to Cameron Corner, because I still have that up on my thing.
Yes.
Yep. And the only road, so the road across to Winnering Burke is closed, because I saw that yesterday, the cut line, but there was no mention of the road to Broken Hill being closed. So we should be fine there. Can't really check anything because we don't have any reception, but we can get to Inaminka worst case scenario. We've got enough fuel to do it, to get to Cameron Corner and Inaminka, because they're about the same distance. And there's fuel at both of them, so stuff it, let's do it. We thought we were going to be wrapping it up almost here, but the next couple of desert tracks to get home. Woohoo! So we just called Mum, and she's checked live traffic for us, and it says that the road from Broken Hill to Tipperary is open, so we can get back down. Worst case scenario, it's probably going to be easier to go across in Queensland, might be faster, but once we get to Cameron Corner, they'll know what roads those are open and stuff, so we might go through Thargomindah and stuff, but that's also had a lot of water through there, so that might be closed. So we can get home. We'll be doing another 1,000 Ks, I think, if not a bit more than we just planned, but something different, a bit more adventure and a bit more excitement. And that SD card.
sign that talks about where we're going.
Okay.
Okay.
He didn't sound very excited. Okay.
So
264 to Inaminko, 191 to Lyndhurst, and I don't know, a period of distance to, and we're on corrugations. Yeah, it's a big wide open, but looks like it's going to be pretty corrugated. No, it's not, it's just a truck.
Trucks.
Yeah, so that side of the road, the corrugations look really bad, and this side of the road, they're not bad at all. We came and did the Strzelecki track Christmas holidays 2 years ago, and we filmed it all and filmed the whole trip, and we did it on an Insta360, and all of the footage was crap, so we didn't do anything other than a little drone video for that trip. Yeah, this will be the Strzelecki that runs from Inaminka down to Lyndhurst that we tried to do the other day and is now open, so we're only doing a little patch of it between here and I think it's old Strzelecki track that goes across to Cameron Corner. Maybe only 100k or 50k of it or something like that before we turn off. But it's a big mining road, so it's massive, is notorious for really bad corrugations if, depending on where you hit it in between grading cycles, because there's a huge mines north of Inaminka and there's a really, really big mine about halfway down it, which I think we're north of. But yeah, they're massive thingies. So yeah, it's mostly used for mining vehicles, so it gets really bad corrugations really quick. But, oh, there's somewhere, there's no, and yeah, it also gets massive road trains on it, so it's, yeah, it's up here somewhere. We've just seen a caravan or two. But yes, so Strzelecki track, part 1. People always whinge about corrugations on these roads, and it's just losing them now. Corrugations, there we go. People always complain that, oh, the corrugations are really bad on that road, it was so bad. And they do get bad, but a lot of it's to do with speed, and like that's doing 50, and so people go slower to make it better, and it's worse because you're sinking into every single rut. Like that's doing 40 and it's terrible. But you pick your speed up, and as long as you get faster than the falling in the grooves, they're fine. So like, that's at 90 and they're not very good. They're still really, they're rough, but they're not deadly. And we just had a slow down sign, so give me a sec. Out of grid. So yeah, down at 70, they're terrible again. And the slower you go, the worse they are. And then we've lost all our corrugations altogether. You get up to, what are we, tickling 90, they're getting better. And 100, can't even feel them. So, yes, you do get a little bit skatier, but these roads are also 6 lanes wide with almost no traffic, so you can run in the middle and you have heaps of runoff if the car skates a little bit, and the roads are fine. So yes, tip for corrugations, if it's safe, go fast and they're good. So the only major problem with going quite fast is occasionally there's been these. This is quite a shallow one, but it's just bull dust basically with a bit of gravel, and you just G out. This has got a pretty good edge on it, but hitting them that way has been, yeah, you know about it. There was a massive one before that had signs on it, but there's been quite a few that haven't had any signs on them, but it's all part of the fun. It's pretty big. Nah, he's not that big. Lovely little bit of tarmac, I think, for 7Ks to give you a bit of respite. But I think it's actually worse quality driving on than the dirt. It's narrower and tiltier. That was it of Strzelecki. Now we're turning onto the old Strzelecki track to Cameron Corner in 118 kilometres. This is a new road again. This is called Rick's Road, apparently, not the old Strzelecki track, so who knows.
Joins Strzelecki, old Strzelecki.
Okay, words. Who joins the old Strzelecki?
This does.
Oh.
That's the old Strzelecki. Cross between them.
There you go. Dirt! Yes, a dune. It's been a while since we've gone over a dune. So on the, I think it's called Murdy Road, but I don't know. The road's in incredible condition for 95% of it, but coming down the backside of where it goes over dunes, there's been some very large holes where the surface has blown apart and it's just reverted to dune. And you don't see them because they're just after the crest. Yeah, otherwise it's solid, hard, very hard pack, no corrugations. Really nice. You don't have to lie in your own shit. And rolling into Cameron Corner. A surprise, unplanned visit until, I don't know, however many hours ago that we said we decided to come up this road and leave in South Australia shortly as well. That's it. That's the end of the South Australian section. And over the border into Queensland. And this is the most uninteresting of all of the geographical markers in Australia. Cameron Corner. South Australia, Queensland and New South Wales. But yeah, a desolate, uninteresting place, pretty much. Not much going on, but just, yeah, quite accessible, so lots of people come here, whereas the other one's a bit more remote and a bit more interesting, and yeah, still, 3 states. Bye-bye South Australia. Rolling out of Cameron Corner, heading up to, we'd planned to go to Thargomindah, or we're planning to go towards Thargomindah, and we picked out a road, but that is closed. So we've got to go up around the top through Nukundra. Instead of, we're going to go sort of diagonally across. It's not much further apparently. But take that up and then probably stay near Nukundra because it's getting to be 2:30ish. And we've been driving since 6, 7 this time. 6:30 our time, whatever it was. So both had enough of driving today. But hopefully this road is a bit better. It looks like it is so far. Following the dog fence. No, we're not actually. We'll go over the dog fence real quick. Yep, this road's a bit different. This is the Warrygate Road, which we just turned onto. And it's corrugations that are about 1 metre apart and 1 metre high. So you're not 1 metre high, 1 metre long. Yeah, it's very bouncy corrugations, but they're just sand. I think sand, blown sand. Lots of fun. Found our campsite for the evening, just off the side of the road. Driven up about 100 metres, so it's a little bit more secluded. On the edge of our river, some beautiful trees. Sunset up that way. We're sort of in behind trees, so we're a little bit secluded. Shouldn't really be seen much from the road, which is nice. Yeah, beautiful spot for the evening. Oh, there's a lovely bird crane or something, if I can point. Just in that shadow, so I might not be able to see him. Yeah, beautiful little spot. Oh, that's refreshing. I even managed to convince Mel to go for a skinny dip. It's very refreshing. Coming over the hill we just came into, well, a couple of minutes before this, the sun was just under the horizon. So we stopped because it looks sensational and grabbed some of these awesome photos that I hope you enjoy. The light is just sensational and beautiful, yeah. It's such amazing golden hour out here. Yep, he's in the tree. Big camera. Oh yeah, get that one and I'll get the big one.
We've been trying to capture an eagle on this whole trip because they feed on the roadkill. You never see them until the very last minute. So we've never been able to get the camera out, but this one we just realised has blown up into a tree. So I'm going to try and get the big camera out.
Got one photo before he took off.
Got the camera out and got one photo. And then it took off.
Still pretty good though.
Very good.
Just after we saw that eagle is the end of the Warri Gate Road that runs down to Toowoomba and then becomes the Silver City Highway. So we're obviously at the other end, just gone past Ngundra 20 k's ago and turning onto a road that we've done before when we went over to Bursville last year, I think, across the Thargomindah, which is Baloo Development Road. So yeah, this is a pretty cool road, single lane, tarmac, and 100 k's into breakfast. It's ducks.
Dingo, wild dogs.
There's an unspoken rule on these narrow country roads. The smaller vehicle always gives way to the larger vehicle. What are you doing? Are you trying to look tall? You're beautiful. Excuse the terrible video, but this is the only time we've ever managed to capture a wedge-tail eagle taking off. Yes! Somewhere on the road, I don't even know. 100 k's south of Connemara, maybe more. Oh, something like that. We are almost about to cross back into New South Wales with our last border crossing of the trip. Well, it was a surprise little visit to Queensland, an unintentional until yesterday. Yeah, unintentional trip to Queensland to come home the long way and go past the corner and do a little bit of road that we hadn't done before. But yeah, 136 k's to Burke. There we go. Is that it? Did we cry out? We're done.
That's it.
We're in New South Wales. Alright, now a long way home. Still about 1,000 k's home or something like that. 800 k's. I don't know, it's a long way. We'll get there tomorrow though. Oh, it's only a double. Carton. Station. Train. Red Rattler. Pub. Oh, that's not a pub fight, that's just the other fire. Girralambone. We finally made it. Last night of the journey. I don't remember there being a children's playground, but that's because we probably... Well, we made Girralambone. We've stayed here before at the end of our trip to somewhere. Don't know. Didn't have the dogs.
It's just us and the kids.
And Mum.
We wouldn't have had your mum if we didn't have the
We had
dogs.
Mum. I swear we had Mum. Okay. Well, it was just us then. Grandma wasn't here, I swear she was.
Well, if we didn't have the dogs,
Yeah, we didn't have the dogs because we both ate in the pub.
it's just us. I think it was our, like when we went through Winton.
Oh, the end of the Outback Way trip, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'll work it
probably
out.
that one.
Anyhow, long story short, we're here, so this is where we're going to end our trip. Of course, the next bit home is just going through Ningan and boring as batshit. So it's been awesome. Thanks for watching with us. We're going to do a few wrap-up videos of just our favourite things and stuff. So check them out in the coming weeks. But yeah, cheers for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed this adventure as much as we did.